Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today we're doing a little video to see if these pens have swappable nib capabilities. And I want to show you how to do that. So the first thing that you're going to need is a dowel or some sort of instrument that's thin enough to go inside of the cap. And then you're going to stick your dowel to the deepest part of that cap. You're going to slide your thumb up to where that point meets, and you're going to hold it there tight. Okay? Take your second pen that you think you're going to be able to swap with. Both of these are hung Dion. See if this one is able to be swapped into that one. There is a little bit of room left inside of that cap. So theoretically, we should be able to swap these nibs. There is just one thing that keeps them from being swapped, is that one nib is longer than the other, and you can see that clearly here. So, do I have ink in this one? I do. Wick off the ink. Then you can pull the nibs out, and you can put them next to each other to see if they are the same size. I usually take out some sort of device so that I can line them up just right next to a measuring device, and you can see very clearly that one nib is longer than the other. So this here gold one might not fit inside of this one. The other difference is the curvature of the feed. This one has a very acute curvature, and this one has almost the same curvature. So that means that they should be hot swappable, quote unquote. Okay, so the next experiment is take the feed. If it's keyed, find the key by just sticking the feed in first, making sure that it's seated in there. Take the nib that you think might fit in and just try and slide it in there, and then look at how far the nib sticks out. Take your cap, stick it in the bottom part of the cap as far as it'll go down, but your fingernail up against it, hold it there, and then measure the distance between where the cap sits and the end of the nib with your dowel. So it's right about there. These should be able to use this pen and ink combination, and I do feel grinding. So if you feel grinding, stop what you're doing. Examine your nib, because you don't want to twist it into a place where it isn't welcome. So, and I know that this one is shorter. Put that where the fins meet up. And this one does not have a key, so it just goes in any old way. And we have a hot swapped nib. The shorter Hongdaeon nib fits on this one just fine. But the long one does not fit in the short space. So therefore, you have to keep the ones that are fit well together. It's an unfortunate truth. Make sure that your nib is aligned. Like, they don't have to be super duper aligned, but enough so that there's capillary action that gets down to the base of the nib. Okay, the next one that I wanted to do this with is 2 sailor pens. I'm gonna have to clean my area first because I made a complete mess. Okay, so the next one that I wanted to do these with is 2 Sailor Pro Gear Slims. So, these look to have the same size nib. One is colored, one is not. They're both uninked, so I put the feed on my first finger, put my thumb on top, and with the barrel attached, pull the nib straight and really hard. Same with the green one, pull the nib straight and hard. Swap the nibs. And then put the nib on the feed. Making sure that it sits right up against that little section there. The cutout in the feed will butt right up against that section and it won't go any further. You put your feed on your first finger, thumb on top. Look inside the barrel. Make sure that it's not keyed in any one direction, which this one is not, and then stuff it in as far as it'll go. And then make sure that you look at the bottom to make sure that the feed is aligned good, and just give a little push with your thumb or forefinger. And if you have to, you can pull them out to realign before stuffing them back in again. It looks straight to me. Do the same thing to this one, making sure that my feed is up against that place right there. Making sure that my feed and nib are aligned, holding it tightly, inserting the feed, and then shoving it in as far as you can. And then double checking the feed, and they look equally in there. Now my pens look ridiculous, but sometimes you need to make your pens look ridiculous. And because I know that these are the same type of nib and feed, that I can interchange the parts out. So that is how you do that. that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the doobly-doo for discounts and other things. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.